Hi guys, Fred Tittenser at Valley Implement Company. We're going to talk about two different tractors today. The main tractor we're going to talk about is the new IH A series tractor. This one is specifically the Farmall 75A, and what I'm going to do is compare it to the IH Farmall 75C. So just to remind you, in the Farmall series of lineup we have the Farmall A, which I would call your good, your Farmall C, which I would call your better, and your Farmall U, which we won't focus on here today, which would be our very best premium units, okay? So, but for today, let's talk about these. In terms of price difference, when you step in and we quote these to you, if we spec them similarly, we're going to be about 15% less with this tractor. So I think it's one you'd strongly want to consider. But if you want a few more features on it, we'd absolutely have you talk about the C. So let's first talk about the loaders. You see here we've got a Case IH 610 loader. And this is a great loader, but we're able to shave off the price just a little bit compared to the 620, simply because it's not quite as heavy and the build is not quite as extreme. We use a little bit of a different bracketing system to hold it on the tractor, and then just some of our pivot points and joints let us keep the cost down on that. So that's one way we have a price difference. The other way is this one runs on a 3-cylinder motor, where the C runs on a 4-cylinder motor. So in terms of our horsepower, we have 75 gross engine, 60 PTO on this one, or 64 PTO on the 75C. So that's the difference. Then when we walk into the cab, this is the main way we're able to kind of keep you in a different price point. But this cab actually is slightly smaller. And when I get in between the two, I don't notice a giant difference, but there's a few inches shaved off of tops and sides. And I can tell you that, for example, when you lower the buddy seat, this one has just a little side edge here because we have a little bit tighter workspace. Look in here if you would. When we raise and lower our steering wheel, only the steering wheel is going to raise and lower on this one. But let's walk over to the 75C and just show you how that works. But the instrument cluster actually follows the steering wheel right there. So when I raise and lower that steering wheel, it comes down at the same time. Seat's a little bit more comfortable in this one. And then let's go to the very back and I'll show you maybe one of the main differences. But if you look at the 75C, I've got good glass coverage right here. And when I look at this one, I have actually metal pieces here. And so this cab's going to be a little bit noisier compared to the 75C, but for the price difference, unless you're sitting in it every single day, I think this A is going to be a really strong contender. Now on the 3-point lift capacity, this one has 4,200 pounds. Excuse me, this one has 3,600 pounds on the C, and over on the A it has 4,200 pounds, so relatively similar on your 3-point lift capacity. And on the gallons on the hydraulic activity, they're both running at 12.5 gallons per minute. So I would tell you that if you're looking at the good and better options on the C, and we've just compared the 75C to the 75A, but there's a number of different product offerings we could go up from there. You've got two great options, but your main differences are your loader, 3-cylinder versus 4-cylinder, and your cab structure. So guys, let's talk just a little bit about the different transmissions we can get. We're in the 75A right now. The one we have here has got a mechanical shuttle, 12 by 12, 12 forward, 12 reverse, all on a mechanical system. Now if we wanted to equip the 75C with this, we can get the exact same transmission, no problem, or we can get electro over hydraulic shuttle, a little bit fancier. So those are your two main choices between a 75C and a 75A, a mechanic or a power shuttle. Now with this 75A, I still could get it with the 8x8 transmission, although in our particular area, that's not one that we use very much. So got a couple of different choices on transmissions that you can factor in. This happens to be our favorite one for this unit, the 12x12 mechanical shuttle for the 75A, or on the 75C, we prefer the 12x12 power shuttle. We have the good and the better, and we wanted to review those today. We're Valley Implement Company, Preston, Idaho, Grace, Idaho, Logan, Utah, and Tree Mountain, Utah. Let us know if we can be of help. Thank you.